Respected Principal Dr. R.V. KRISHNAIAH garu, Honorable Director Professor N. Venkatrao garu, Coordinator of this program Mr. B.V.V. SUBBAIAH garu, and all the participants from various institutions across the country. A warm and graceful morning to everyone. I deem it great privilege to welcome you all to this webinar on intellectual property and innovation management for startups and MSMEs, which is being organized by the Institution Innovation Council of CHEBROLU Engineering College in association with NRDC. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our organizing committee for their relentless efforts in organizing this program. We would like to express our deep sense of gratitude to Dr. B.K. SAHU for accepting our invitation to be the keynote speaker of this webinar. His expertise is of great value to all of us. We assure that all the participants will have a very stimulating and exuberant session ahead. I deem it great honor to present the profile of our keynote speaker, Dr. Bijay Kumar SAHU. Dr. SAHU earned his MPhil and later on he was conferred a doctorate from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, with specialization in intellectual property rights, medical biotechnology and technological capabilities with special reference to India. Currently, Dr. SAHU is heading NRDC Ministry of MSME, Intellectual Property Facilitation Center and United Nations World Intellectual Property Organization Technology and Innovation Support Center at Visakhapatnam, NRDC, Government of India. Recently, Dr. SAHU was conferred Global IP Convention Award by GIPC during 12th Global IP Convention at Vigyan Bhavan for the promotion of IP in India and abroad. He was also the recipient of Prameya Pratibha Sammana for the year 2020 in Odisha. He was considered as one of the 100 most influential IP leaders from India by World IP Forum for the year 2017. Dr. SAHU also plays key mentoring role in India's largest incubation center in Asian subcontinent in biomedical devices at BioValley, MediValley and Innovation Valley. He was invited as a keynote speaker for the United Nations UNESCO EdTech 2018 on IP and innovation in educational curriculum. Dr. SAHU has facilitated a few hundred patents and IP of various universities and also transferred and commercialized many lab-scale technologies to MSMEs and industries. He is also associated with advising on IP and innovation management for various organizations of the Government of India like DRDO, Indian Ordnance Factory Board, ONGC, IOCL, BEML, NALCO, BEL, Hindustan Shipyard, NTPC, Kalam Institute of Health Technology, Andhra Pradesh Innovation Society, Government of AP, and many more public sector undertakings and universities. Dr. SAHU has been mentoring various incubation centers across the country and many startups led by young entrepreneurs and also helping them in IP protection, technology networking, and seed funding. He has also coordinated a Government of India task force study on innovation policies in China, Korea, and Taiwan, implication for India, and visited many countries. He is also the guest faculty and resource person at various national institutes like Indian Institute of Public Administration, Entrepreneurship, Development Institute of India, Ahmedabad, Sri Sri University, Beetham University, KIIT University, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, BOPT training for senior IAS officers, Government of India, etc. He is the fountainhead of knowledge and delivered a number of lectures on patent information. He is a part of various innovation and IPR committees of many universities and academia in the country, including many central universities like JNU, Delhi University, CU, etc. We are really fortunate to have such a towering personality as the keynote speaker for this workshop. May I now humbly welcome Dr. B.K. SAHU to share his knowledge and inspire the participants. It's over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. VASUMATHI, for your kind words. Good morning, all of you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity for speaking the topic on intellectual property and innovation management for startup and MSME. And in fact, my special reference will be the COVID-19, one of the biggest challenge right now the whole human community is facing and mitigating the challenge. So I'm grateful to all of you for your invitation and also I would like to pray God for your good health, prosperity at this challenging time. And I think I have 30-40 minutes to speak, but I came with presentation. I think you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Okay, great. So already Dr. Basumati has already briefed about me and my organization and our role. And today in the knowledge economy, the biggest role is collaboration, cooperation, and connectivity. So as far as this intellectual property and innovation is concerned, we are in a challenging situation because the biggest or the second largest populated country in the world, as far as at present juncture, we are importing many of the PPE kits, masks from various countries. So that is the issues today. We are not able to create a sustainable innovation system to come out with our own process and product to mitigate our own risk at our own place. So that kind of ecosystem we must have to develop in an institutional level, in a state level. Ultimately that will impact to the national growth and national economy. So for manufacturing any product, we need a new idea, you need a new process and product, and ultimately we must have to protect that product, because that is our creativity. That is the creativity of a human endeavor. The person who is working from his research and development has the right to protect, because that is his creativity, that is his hard work. So at this time also, I would like to apprise you why I will protect. Since we are part of the WTO of the TRIPS clause, trade related aspect of intellectual property rights, under the TRIPS, any process and product from our research and development, our new invention must be protected in the WTO norm. And we could not protect in the case of haldi, neem, and basmati. You might be knowing the haldi was patented in one of the university in US, and India fought that case in the US PTO, and finally we won that case. So intellectual property must be protected. If we are not going to protect, we have seen in the case of haldi, we have seen in the case of basmati rice. So at this juncture, we must have to protect our indigenous product, indigenous process, and that is the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, to come out with the innovative product and Swadeshi product. We must not depend on import on technology. And let me tell you, my dear friend, our import on technology is very, very high. Prime Minister of India in recent time at Indian Science Congress requested the scientists to innovate, patent, produce, and prosper. So we must have to innovate at our own place, because we are the largest, I think in the world, we are the second largest technical manpower we are having, and we are giving the largest manpower to the knowledge society today. So Albert Einstein once told, imagination is more important than knowledge. We need imagination and we need skill set. We have, I think, 11,000 engineering colleges in the country. We have around 900 universities in the country. But have you seen any process and product, any universities coming out related to COVID? We are talking about Oxford. We are talking about many other foreign universities, but we are not talking about our university to come out some process and product for tracing, treating, and testing of this COVID-19. So that is very, very important today. And if we are coming, we must protect it, because that is our creativity and creation of the society, creation of the people, creation of the inventor, creation of the person who is working on that. And that can be protected as a patent, trademark, design, copyright, geographical indication of goods. Abraham Lincoln once told, the patent system added the fuel of the interest to the fire of genius. So in this 30-40 minutes we'll discuss, and anyone who have the question also, I look forward to discuss with you. We have Make in India, Startup India, and Digital India and Innovate India flagship program is going on in the country, and government has created many institutional ecosystem to promote startup and make in India, and we need to come out with many new invention, new idea to mitigate the challenges. Under the sustainable development goal also, all the parameter has been kept so that we must not face any poverty, hunger, access to health in future. So sustainable, we must have to come out with the policy to mitigate or to fulfill the sustainable development goal of United Nations. So friends, navigation, the new business in the world, our future is foggy. Any startup, any MSME is coming out with a new process and product to the market. So what will be the product in the market, he may not know it, and the future is also foggy about his process and product commercialization. So for a startup and MSME, for an entrepreneur, must look to protect the intangible asset. There are two types of asset today, tangible and intangible asset, and intellectual property has considered as one of the intangible asset. We may lost our house, we may lost our car, but intangible asset, the intellectual property will be with us till the death and after the death also. So since you might have known, many of the corporate software companies, they believe on intellectual property as copyright, patent, trademark. Trademark is the brand value of the company. So in this decade of innovation, government has committed many institutional ecosystem trying to develop the national innovation system in an excellent way, connected to the regional and industrial innovation system, and many opportunity are there for research and development. Many department of biotechnology, department of IT, other government department like DRDO, ICMR, CSR, all have a extramural research for the research funding, and there is a concrete S&T cooperation is going on with various national organizations and in our national plan under this decade of innovation. And under this decade of innovation, we have Atal Innovation Mission, MHRD Innovation Cell. Many of the department in has come out with a new policy, new institutional ecosystem and funding pattern. In fact, in the Startup India mission is there 10,000 crore funding. So priority is there, and how we can live from the from our publication mindset, because today our research is publication, but we must not publish. We come out with some solving to a valid problem at our own level, and that may be a new patent and industrial applicability for your idea. Then only you can publish that. So we need today patent, because for innovation, patent is very, very important, because patent has been considered as one of the innovation indicator in the knowledge economy. So we have National Innovation and Startup Policy of Government of India, of MHRD. Very categorically, you might have known, there is an Institutional Innovation Council where we can leverage, inculcate the idea from the creativity of the student, faculty, and also we can incubate that idea to make the new process and product for the national growth of the country. We have National Intellectual Property Policy, what we are talking about Creative India and Innovative India. Anyone, any faculties from CHEBROLU Engineering College or across the country who have the idea, protect the patent, because if you don't have the fund for the filing the patent, we are going to protect your patent free of cost. Your patent, your copyright, your design freely will facilitate and also bear the cost for filing the patent. At the same time, once we file the patent, we also commercialize that patent for the growth or to the industry, so that industry will come out with a new process and product for the society. So friends, innovation and patent is very, very correlated, because when we talked about technological innovation, patent has been considered as, under the Patent Act of 1970 of Government of India, that any invention having industrial applicability and newness and inventive step has said to be the patent or can be patentable. So there are various forms of intellectual property. One is patent, trademark, design, copyright, semiconductor integrated layout design, plant varieties of protection right, copyright. Your software can be protected as a copyright. Software embedded with hardware can be protected as a copyright. Patent. So these are the regulation. These are the standard. We have to protect our idea, and that idea is the original idea or new idea or aesthetic appearance of any goods and product. So these are the innovation we are talking about in the knowledge economy. We have the Startup India mission. More than 20 lakh startup has been registered in the DPIIT. We have a startup ecosystem for leveraging the protection of intellectual property to free of cost to the startup. We are doing that at Visakhapatnam. Many of the startup from the Andhra Pradesh, those who are incubated here at Visakhapatnam, across the country also, we are helping them filing their freely their patent, trademark, design, copyright. There is no financial liability. That is the one of the best opportunity we are giving to the people as a Government of India organization. At the same time, any startup or anyone who looks for a new technology also, they can contact us, because we have the largest national labs of CSIR, ICMR, and also DRDO. Lot of technology they are coming, and that technology we can license you, and you can manufacture the new product and process in the market, and the people will get the benefit, and we can certainly strengthen the Startup India mission of the Government of India. So we must protect, and if we are not protecting our IP, that means we are not giving value to the originality and ownership of the creator, because that is the one of the challenge today. We must believe on original. And if we are doing any piracy or counterfeiting, this is the biggest challenge today for a country like India, because India has been kept a priority watch list by the US Department of Commerce called Special 301 provision, those countries who violate intellectual property. And in recent time, you might have heard many of the vice chancellor of various university caught in infringing right or the IP copyright and plagiarism, and many of the issues came for the institutional level, how institution is not promoting innovation and not making that kind of ecosystem, because government has already established a policy, National Startup and Innovation Policy under Institutional Innovation Council, the way you organize this program. So that will give the opportunity to an institute to make the lead in national arena, because that is the need of the hour. So under the Startup India program, we have a Startup Intellectual Property Protection Scheme is there to make IP protection strategy for imperative for the startup, and awareness of intellectual property is very, very important for the startup, let me tell you, because startup must know to protect their intangible asset before jumping to their business in the market, because intangible asset protection is very, very important. So this is one of the peak I thought I should share with you. Recently, we transferred one of the technology to one of the company at Chennai, and that company is now coming out with a corona detection kit, SAHU by Electrobiogenetic India. That means somebody has patented it. We transfer this technology to this startup, and this startup is giving product to the country. So people are getting benefit by getting the indigenous product. The country is getting benefit because it's an indigenous product, and the inventor who have developed has the patent, get the royalty, because if there is a commercialization of that product in the market. So friends, you might have seen one of the movie, Three Idiots. There is a beautiful example of the knowledge creation, knowledge protection, and knowledge information of a student. And the two characters you might have seen, one is Chatur Ramalingam, who came all the way to get the patent from Funsung Wagadu. So that is a beautiful story of that movie. in the same movie also there is a story, there is issues that Rajkumar Hirani versus Chetan Bhagat, because the story concept was owned by, copyright owned by Chetan Bhagat, but his name was not there in the movie. There was a debate on that part. So protection of copyright, protection of patent is very, very important. That will give the value to the person who are the creator in the knowledge society. There is a beautiful movie, Mission Mangaland, and you might have watched that movie. That movie is also has given a lot of story and lot of information about affordable, accessible, and adaptable innovation. In fact, they have used many good concepts, making the plastic waste to the for the use of propulsion launching. They have used it. So the story itself give a innovativeness in our mind and build the capacity and also confident, and how a woman can also lead a institution. And we have many scheme of Government of India. You might be knowing Department of Science and Technology has a scheme of women scientists, and that now Government of India has talked Nari to Narayani program. That means we can build the capacity of a woman as a woman scientist who can work on intellectual property and innovation in the knowledge era. So this is my office information I thought I should share with. The role is to sensitize R&D institution and industry on technology commercialization. That is the mandate of my organization as far as National Research Development Corporation of Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India is concerned. We try to connect the lab and industry with each other, connecting lab to the land, so that product which goes to the people and people can access and avail and adapt the new technology or indigenous technology in the country. In fact, MHRD Innovation Cell has also a very promptly working on this, promoting innovation and startup policy, innovation networking. Now the many sessions and on innovation and IPR and entrepreneurship they are running. But at the same time, this is the institutional ecosystem created by the Government of India, but we must have to participate in a great way, and we must look into the original concept and original work, how we can leverage, and that can come out with a new product. And we must create a incubation cell at our institution, so that that institution incubation cell will play a ornamental role in the knowledge society, and that will beautify the institution by getting all the idea from the student faculties, and at the same time that new pattern, new process innovation can go to the translate to the industry, and the creator, the patent owner, the student or the faculty will get the opportunity of benefit sharing mechanism from the tangible asset generated from the licensing of the technology know-how or patent. So that is the role of Institutional Innovation Council at institutional level established by MHRD Innovation Council. In fact, you can file a patent online. We have Controller General of Patent, Trademark and Design under Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, or the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade under the Ministry of Commerce. You can file your patent, you can protect your design, you can register your trademark, you can register the geographical indication of goods like Pachampali Kat, Banarasi Sadi, Kullu Sal, Agra Ka Petha, Guntur Chili. So these are the product originated from a particular place, particular quality, particular flavor is there, and we must protect and brand it as a GI product, so that we can get the export competitiveness market from in the Europe, in the international market, and we will get the royalty out of it. And all these rights are patent, trademark, design, copyright, all are your individual right. Somebody from CHEBROLU Engineering College filed a patent, that is his patent, but the engineering college will be the patentee because he worked with that engineering college and filed the patent, and he has used the infrastructure. He will be the inventor, but engineering college will be the patentee. And there is a commercialization of that patent. Ultimately, there will be a benefit sharing between the engineering college and the faculty. So friends, now this year we had a 26th April was the World IP Day, and the theme was Innovation for Green Future. We have many mechanisms. I sit at Visakhapatnam, and I also look after World Intellectual Property Organization Technology Innovation Support Center. So to give information about innovation, technology, patenting, patent facilitation, IP, capacity building to across the stakeholder of the knowledge economy from academia, industry, and government. So that is my role at this place at southern part of the country at City of Destiny, Visakhapatnam. I sit. You can also come and visit my office, and if you organize any workshop and seminar and also organize any kind of training program, we can help you. And also if you want to protect any patent, trademark, design, copy, we will freely, no financial liability from you, we can protect in your name and in your institution name. In fact, for the COVID-19, recently we asked many idea and proposal, lab scale proposal from various people of the country, so that we can come out, so that people can access and avail this technology, or MSME and startup can also manufacture that product in the country. So friends, when we talked about innovation, where India stand in the globally, and what is the position of India rank in the global innovation index, that is very, very important, and we must know that as a professor, as a knowledge worker in the knowledge society. And let me tell you, we are now 52 ranks globally in the global innovation index. In innovation in Asia, in fact, we are much more behind if we compare with China, Korea, and in fact, Singapore, China. So, and also even the innovation index, particularly in India, we are very, very poor in terms of intellectual property protection in India. So friends, I thought I should share with you one slide. That slide will give you how there is a paradigm shift of innovation or the protection of intellectual property globally. In 2005, China was number 10 in filing the patent, international level. Today, China is number 1 in the year 2019. China is ahead than US and Japan in international patent application by country. So what is this patent we are talking about? Patent is nothing but the innovation, technological innovation created by that country, and that is a monopoly they have taken, and now they are leading the world in terms of manufacturing sector. So that kind of ecosystem we must have to develop, and that is the need of the hour when we are talking about COVID-19. So innovation plays a very long-term health of a organization, for a state and for a country, and we must enhance and create the healthy root system to flourishing that innovation ecosystem, and we must leverage the creativity, invention. Many software we are developing, but we are not protecting our software, and we have been blamed that we are doing the piracy. We must come out the knowledge skill set is very, very important. How we can build the skill of a student, so that that student will be demand driven in the market economy. We need to develop that kind of skill set today. That is very, very important. And in fact, the patent is very important for a country like India. And let me tell you, our patent application in India is less than 50,000 patent every year. But if you compare with China, Korea, or the US, China file more than 7 lakhs patent every year. US file more than 5 lakhs patent every year. But in 50,000 patent application, what was filed in India, only 30% are Indian are filing, and the rest are multinational corporations are filing the patent. That means they are taking the monopoly here in India and having that right. So intellectual property is the biggest challenge when we are talking about Industry 4.0, IoT, blockchain, now cryptocurrency people are talking about. And intellectual property certainly plays a very important role for funding for research and development and imitation, because imitation has created such a blame game that it is very difficult for a country to mitigate or channelize the bilateral cooperation with the country. And many of our bilateral cooperation with many of the developed countries are facing in difficulty, particularly on imitation and infringement. And public and private sector research, let me tell you, my dear friend, 70% research, more than 70% research are invested from the government of India or the government sector, and less than 20% or less than 19% comes from private sector, because private sector do not want to do the research in India.
Sahu sir, are you there? Sahu sir. I think there is some network issue for our speaker, sir, Sahu sir. So be patient. We are calling and we are working on it. Welcome back, Sahu sir.
There is a problem in electricity. There was a 2 days back, there was a biggest HPCL gas tragedy also.
Yeah, sir. No problem.
I'm extremely sorry because this is not in my hand. So, okay, can we? My PPT is able to see.
Yeah, it is visible, sir. It is visible. You can start. You can proceed.
Okay. So we must have to solve our own problem at our own level, because we are the largest technical manpower in the country, and we have the very curious engineering student So we should give them a skill set to solve the problem, and we can make the new process and product, and also then we can protect as a patent and we can publish it. So the benefit of intellectual property today is you can spin out, you can co-develop, even because that National Startup and Innovation Policy came out, a faculty can be establish a startup, and you can also license to any of the companies. You can collateralize and you can securitize, and also you can sell and lease back your intellectual property what you have created. So that is the opportunity. In fact, in recent time, we have organized one industry academia meet to improve the quality of the academics today. And the quality today is nothing but the originality and skill set at our institutional level. That is very, very important. How we are making the difference to the student, and student when going to the abroad or any different city, how they are mitigating themselves, and the challenge they are getting or the opportunity they are exploring. That is very, very important today. Let me tell you one, give you one best example. Recently, we transferred one of the technology related to recycling of plastic waste to tile. And this technology, plastic waste is the biggest challenge for the country today. So how we can transfer, that is also a mechanism we have, and we have transferred to in 11 states, we transfer to 11 entrepreneur and startup. Now, these startup are leading the nation by recycling this plastic waste and making them like this tile, and that tile is using at floor making or in many of the places, and many of the municipality using it in floor in various park in their respective area. So this is the innovation we are talking about, and let me tell you why you are going to protect your right, because under Article 27 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, you have the right, or everyone has the right to protect the literary or material interest resulting from the scientific work. And you have the right also to share the scientific advancement for the benefit of the society. So what is that intellectual property we are talking about? Intellectual property refers to the creation of the mind of invention, literary work, artistic work, symbol, name, image, design used in commerce. Any logo, let me tell you, any new process. So listen to me, just one example I would like to tell you. There is a small process somebody has developed, that is the cigarette filter. In cigarette filter, what the inventor has done, that in that cigarette, it blocks the process what he has developed is it blocks nicotine, which is carcinogenic in nature. And that cigarette filter is, the market of cigarette companies in India and the world. So that technology is useful for a cigarette making company that can block the nicotine, which is carcinogenic in nature. So see, the small idea, small process make the difference to the people. So as I told you, patent can be for new invention, copyright for literary work, artistic work, copyright, your software, and trademark is for the distinguished product identification and product services like LIC, Bharatiya Jeevan Bima Nigam, any logo of Coca-Cola logo or whatever the logo we are seeing, that is nothing but the trademark. Integrated circuit layout design, design of the topography, geographical indication of goods, like unique characteristic of any product like Odisha Rasagola, Bengal Rasagola, Tirupati Laddu. And confidential information is nothing but the trade secret. Trade secret, Coca-Cola formulation is protected as a trade secret. So these all are the overview of intellectual property and all different kind of IPR in our that plays a very important role in our knowledge economy. And it is a legal right, and the right you will get for a limited period of time and territorial in nature. You have a patent in India, you have the right in India. You don't have the right in US or Germany. So for that, you can also protect your right in that country to get a monopoly product penetration to their market. So patent is nothing but the legal and monopoly right. Given limited for a period of time, you will get a patent right for 20 years for any product and process, and you can give exclusive right to for a year to produce or manufacture the product in the market, and at the same time, that is the supremacy in the field of your invention of your sector in the knowledge society, that you have 3 patents. That means you have done something in your area, and that patent has a critical component of industrial applicability, and any industry can collaborate with you. So that is the role of university or the institution, to create a value creation in the market by coming out with a new process, new patent, new product, so that people will recognize that institution in a great way. So why you are going for a patent? Patent is nothing but the source of recognition of the inventor, and it will help in the incentive to develop a commercial product, to license to an existing company, and you can also start a new startup company. And the most important is it protects against the imitators. Today, the imitation rate, the way it's going up, it will be the biggest challenge in the next decades if we are not able to mitigate this challenge as per the imitation or piracy or the spurious product selling in the market is concerned. So what can be patented? Any process, apparatus, device, machine, chemicals, drug and food and their composition, biological process with human intervention, biological product can be patentable. This is at my office. Many of the startup has been incubated, and those startup who have create the value not only in Andhra Pradesh, they have created the value across the world and also in the country. And these are the two startup. This is Ali Asgar, who has developed a robo-boat that can save to the people who are drowning in the water boat. He got around 2 crore rupees Defense Innovation Challenge Fund. This is Prasad Babu, who has also a startup. He is also a IIT Kanpur product. He has developed a process of mitigation of environmental geoclimatic condition and forecasting of weather model, and he got around 2 crore rupees from GAL. And also the point what I am telling is that these people have created some kind of job opportunity at the regional level, and people are getting the opportunity, and the country is also getting the benefit of this leader role in a great way, because the indigenous innovation they are giving to the country. Araku Valley coffee recently protected the geographical indication of goods. That means GI is a different kind of intellectual property like patent and copyright and trademark. GI is a community right. Araku Valley coffee, the farmer, the corporation or society has the right. Like Tirupati Laddu. The Tirupati Laddu is also, protected geographical indication of goods. So the product is originated from a particular place, particular quality, particular brand, and also taste, and that we must have to protect the GI. Odisha Rasagola. I already talked about how Department of Science and Technology created an ecosystem to build a capacity of women who are in science background, can be a women scientist. Every year, Government of India recruit, and also they work in various departments of Government of India, corporate, private sector, and also they themselves establish a startup to protect the intellectual property and also give the service of intellectual property protection to various college, engineering college, and corporate. So intellectual property also gives new product we can give to the women, and how women can be a techno entrepreneurship. That is very, very important, and that's IT also plays a very important role at a grassroots level. So that new innovation must go to the people of New India or the grassroots India, where the people can access, avail, and adapt. So there is a paradigm shift through innovation. Without innovation, we are not going to mitigate any risk, because we need a manufacturing based industry, and that is the objective of Make in India today, for what we are talking about. So intellectual property plays a very important role in academia and industry, because academia is a place of knowledge, and we worship Lord Goddess Saraswati as a knowledge, and also industry is nothing but the place of Lakshmi. So where intellectual property plays a very catalytic role to bridge between academia and industry, and intellectual property is must if we want to sustain in the knowledge economy. This is one of the process developed on low cholesterol ghee. We patented it because the person who have developed from his research work, that is his creativity, that is his invention, we must respect. And that invention we transfer to one of the company called Quality Dairy. And the low cholesterol ghee is, there is a less cholesterol, the existing ghee. They have extracted and the product is in the market, and anyone can eat this ghee who have also a cholesterol problem. They get this, that kind of people can also eat. So these are the top 10 Indian institute who are top 10 list in intellectual property protection in the country. And there must be a intellectual property and innovation cell or incubation cell in the university or institution to help and also to review and monitor the publication, student thesis, books by faculty, research project, and also there must be a intellectual property policy, IP policy in the institution, so that will be the Bible of that institution. So everyone will respect, from management to student, will respect that IP policy on ownership of the creativity what the student faculty has developed time to time. And also the cell must also play an important role in scouting of R&D collaboration with industry, startup, and because you might be knowing, in my next slide, you will be able to see how many IITs are now collaborating with various startups, and that startup today given a lot of product and process in mitigating the COVID-19. So that is the role of institution and collaboration, particularly in the Startup India and Make in India mission. And also it will help in technology transfer to the industry, and ultimately the institution will create an IP portfolio. That IP portfolio beautify the institution in a great way, the way I talked about top 10 institutions who file the patent, and at the same time you can also incubate your process and your idea at your incubation cell, and that will make give a opportunity or give a plant to flourish in the market, and that plant will certainly give you the fruit and where you will get. So the IP policies should promote, and that will facilitate and provide incentive to innovator. Any scientist, any professor, any student has developed, they will get. And also that will create a ecosystem and IP savvy institution in the country, and you can showcase your ARIA ranking or NAC ranking about your innovation in the knowledge society. You also, there is a chance of getting contract research, sponsored research, collaborative research, and granting that research project if you manage the intellectual property, and that intellectual property is nothing but the ownership of your creativity, of your research work, what you have developed, and that is nothing but the innovation you are creating from this kind of research project, what you are handling today. So intellectual, and also there is a benefit sharing of intellectual property. You have developed some patent, and there is a commercialization. How much percentage of benefit you will get as an inventor? So that should be the that should be written in the IP policy, so that everyone will respect, and there should not be any bureaucratic on that decision making. This is one of the technology I told you, cigarette filter, activated charcoal filter for reducing p-benzoquinone from cigarette smoke, developed by one of the professor. He was patented, and he had a funding from CSIR, and we commercialized that patent, and the university got lump sum premium around crores rupees, and every year also the university will get the royalty, and university also share the royalty with the inventor who have developed. So this is the IP commercialization from the university or the institutional level. What we do, I told you, we help any individual inventor, any professor, any scientist, any faculties, any startup for protecting their intellectual property, to do the market survey, DPR, and also finally we license that technology to the industry and connect the dot between lab to the land. That is my role in the knowledge economy. So from ideas to product, we play a very important role, and we help to all the stakeholders in the country. Now we are talking about IP issues in blockchain, cryptocurrency, and who will own the intellectual property, because there is a synergistic collaboration from various department organization, and where intellectual property plays a very important role. And this is some of the people who have developed a new idea, and they were awarded from Andhra Pradesh only, got National Societal Innovation Award at Vigyan Bhavan. This student has developed a beautiful idea that is nothing but the product. In terms of product, it is a pole climber, and for that he got a National Societal Innovation Awards. And we also time to time guides all the startup in the country to protect their IP and also channelize them for funding, angel funding, and also other regulatory approvals as a Government of India agency. And time to time, we organize the capacity building program for the faculties, students, and of the various university in the region. So we transfer many technology, and in recent time from the lab to land, where the company like L&T is manufacturing this technology called remote operated deep water vehicle and also Bell, and people are getting opportunity because new manufacturing is coming, new engineer will be hired, and they will do the needful in the country. So these are some of the technology in recent time we transfer. This is at Innovation Valley. I sit at Visakhapatnam. You are most welcome to visit my office and discuss with me. So in the recent time in Visakhapatnam, there is a MedTech Valley. They have come out with a corona testing kits within 35 days of their conceptualization to product, and the product has launched by one of the Mold Biotech, Diagnostic Biotech Limited at Visakhapatnam, and product is available. This is one of the startup who came out with the automatic fire extinguisher. Suppose if you are not in the office and or at your college, there is a fire, this will douse the fire, and this is the young chap who developed, and along with his partner came to my office, and today this is one of the best, startup considered in the country, how we can come up with a new idea, and that idea ultimately create the value in the society. Many of the institutions like IIT, along with many startup, they have come out with the corona oven that will help in surface to human transmission of the COVID-19 in recent time. And that is a product they have developed, and they have the ownership because they have patented it, they have protected the design of it, and also they have made the trademark in the name of corona oven. So this is the brand of this company called Log9, who is incubating at IIT Roorkee. So this is the innovation, and these are the product innovation developed by many institutions, and like smart stethoscope developed by IIT Bombay, food control, this water tap developed by our CSIU Chandigarh, IIT Delhi in recent time developed a PCR-based diagnostic assay for COVID-19. So many universities are working to mitigate the challenge on COVID-19, and they have also filed the patent, and now the process the medicine or the drug testing is going on, and we are looking for that. And in recent time, we came out with a compendium of COVID-19 technology related to testing, tracing, and in the country, and anyone can talk to me to get this kind of technology so that we can transfer to any startup on tracing, treating, and testing technology on COVID-19. And we can also support, and we can also give the support of all kind of intellectual property and funding support. So friends, at last, I'd just like to tell you, the problem is never how to get a new innovative thought into our mind, but how to get the old one out. That is very, very important. So lastly, any question? Because I think you have given 1 hour time, and now 12 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to your questions so that we can discuss and strengthen our cooperation and collaboration, and connecting with each other, and hopefully we'll make the difference in our services. Thank you all of you. God bless you. Jai Hind.
So before we conclude, I would like to introduce the principal of CHEBROLU Engineering College, Dr. R.V. KRISHNAIAH garu. Dr. R.V. KRISHNAIAH garu is a multifaceted personality with double MTech, one in ECE from NIT Warangal and the other one in CSC from JNTU Hyderabad. He was awarded a doctorate in ECE from JNTU Anantapur. He is a man of distinct vision, a prolific scholar, and a renowned academician. He has more than 150 publications in national and international journals. He has organized and attended several conferences and workshops. He served in various capacities at many engineering colleges for over 2 decades. He works relentlessly for the development of this institution. He keeps motivating the students as well as the faculty to dream big and come up with novel and innovative ideas in their respective fields. His recent academic and co-curricular initiatives helped our college win many accolades. May I now humbly request our principal to say a few words on this occasion. KRISHNAIAH sir, it's over to you.
Yeah, ma'am. 1 second.
Is it audible, Dinesh?
Yeah, sir, you are audible, sir. Sir, you are audible, sir.
Thank you, SAHU Garu.
Thank you, sir. It's my privilege.
We are very happy by taking your seminar webinar. It is the recent topic which is required for all the staff also,
Yes.
because many people don't know what is IP and all those things, and how to get the idea and how to implement it. So we are very thankful for taking this lecture for our staff and college staff also. And last before year, we got 5 patents, sir.
Oh, great. Sir, can you, if any of one of your faculty wanted to file a patent, you also ask them to come to visit my office, and
Okay,
we will do service, because that is our mandate.
Yes, sir. I know that. I know that. But we are planning for COVID also. We have 2 concepts. That also I will discuss with you later.
Sure.
And if here most of the staff are very familiar with the papers, research papers.
Yes. Yeah.
They will go through the papers and they will get some idea that merits or demerits and any gap, etc. They will try to come with a different proposal or different paper that they are doing it. But many staff members don't know how to get an idea.
Yes.
You suggest some tips for it for our
Sir,
staff?
yes, I certainly agree with you. We go to each university and institution to do that kind of capacity building, because as a national organization, we have we try to get the people from SERB or SERC, so that how you can propose a proposal to the government also for getting a research funding. So that kind of idea, where to get, how to get, and problem solving, that normally we discuss on this IP program. We have been using organizing. I think last 15 years I have been organizing across the country, and certainly will make the difference. And also recommend some of your faculty who have that kind of mindset to our office. Let them come and also attend some of the program we organize at Visakhapatnam. And this is a very challenging time. And also, if you want, you can organize one faculty development program online. I can be online, and we can get one more speaker, and who can speak on how to the hackathon on the idea generation and idea in respective area of the sector, so that and they will able to know where to get a fund for the research work also. Because Department of Science and Technology, Government of India has come out with a COVID forum. Any faculty, any professor, any scientist, any individual can contact them, propose his idea, and if his idea is valuable, Government of India is ready to support from the lab scale to the prototype scale, and all the financial responsibility of the government and government or the Department of Science and Technology.
We'll plan one more FDP, sir, with you next week.
Yeah.
I will discuss with you regarding that, sir.
Sure, sir. Because capacity building is very, very important, sir. Today, without capacity building, we will not make the difference, because we must give the exposure to the faculty, so that they themselves can connect and collaborate, because that is the need of the hour today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dinesh.
Basmati, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Thanks.
Good afternoon to our most honorable keynote speaker, Dr. B.K. SAHU, other dignitaries and participants. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. It's my privilege and great honor to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this workshop happen. A special mention to our respected principal, Dr. R.V. KRISHNAIAH Garu, for being the catalyst in stimulating us to do our best in organizing this workshop. With a deep sense of appreciation, we thank our coordinator, Mr. B.V.V. SUBBAIAH garu, for his dedication and untiring efforts to make this event a success. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. B.K. SAHU, for such informative and insightful presentation. We are very fortunate for getting an opportunity to attend such a splendid and rejuvenating session. Thank you once again for your precious time and effort. We would also like to take this opportunity to thank our director, Professor N. Venkatrao garu, for his moral support and valuable suggestions. We are grateful to our Dean of Academics, Professor K. Venkatramaiah garu, for his valuable guidance. Furthermore, we would like to mention our special thanks to Mr. V. DINESH BABU for extending the much needed technical support and his cooperation. Finally, on behalf of CHEBROLU Engineering College, we would like to acknowledge our gratitude to all the participants from various institutions across the country for their active participation in the program. Thank you so much for your unflinching support. With this, let us conclude this memorable and knowledgeable program. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you very much.
And finally, all are requested to fill that attendance sheet which was posted in the chat box. Thank you.